what is the entire process of writing a song?
Your idea has to be very clear. Even if you can't communicate it via technology, somebody can. But the only reason that works is if you know the emotion behind the song.
All indie artists hate Bollywood.
अपने वो cousin की शादी में जाके वो बाला में पिच का you're gonna dance.
Okay, lyrics or melody? What comes first for you?
For me, lyrics. I don't think you should be a bad singer and then use autotune because then it is so painfully robotic sounding. I feel like people don't realize that the second you hear that, you can tell that this is like clearly autotune. There are people who are self-motivated and there are people who require external motivation.
Wow.
If you absorb information through direct conversation, if you absorb information from asking questions, if you absorb information from practically doing things, then music school is a very good place for you.
Hi everyone, welcome to Sound Dada, the space where we break down sound, soul, and stories with the minds that make music happen. Today I've got someone very, very interesting whose voice can both haunt and heal. Goa-based singer-songwriter, composer, and music educator, Medha Sahi.
Hello.
So she's the founder of The Strangers Choir, has a cinematic presence on IMDb, and somehow manages to write Hindi lyrics, which we'll talk about more, that feel like conversations with the universe. Medha, welcome to Sound Dada. Thank you so much,
Thank you so much
for coming
having
down. You just had your first Bombay edition of Strangers Choir.
Yeah.
How was it? How was the experience?
Unreal.
Yeah?
Unreal. We had 6 beautiful sessions in Goa, which is where I live right now. And then bringing something that is so close to my heart and puts you in such a vulnerable position to bring it to a market like Bombay, where while people are so enthusiastic, they can also have very high standards because there's so much to do in Bombay in the art space.
Yeah.
For them to come and react in the way that they did,
Yeah.
matlab, it sort of touches you in a very deep way.
Yeah.
You know, that people
Yeah.
come and they put their faith in you and
Yeah.
they're just like, okay, you know, what you're saying is right. They're assuming. I always sort of preface the session by saying, you guys have come and videos on the internet can be edited. You don't know. What if I can't sing? And then I'll do a little like whatever thing and then...
Yeah, it's as raw as it can get now.
It is literally as raw. Yeah.
But I'll come to the concept of Strangers
Yes.
Choir in
Yeah.
a bit. So please be hooked to this, right? But before we get into the entire, questions and all of that, I would like to start with like a little icebreaker.
Okay.
So, ready?
Yes, ready.
Cool. Awesome. So the first song you ever memorized word to word?
Word to word?
Yeah.
Oh no, rapid fire.
Yeah.
I had my first CD ever was Norah Jones' Feels Like Home, and I know that whole album by heart.
Oh, really?
That whole album, State of It, because I only had one CD.
Oh, wow.
And I got it for my birthday, and my friends made fun of me because I was the only 9th grader listening to Norah Jones and not like another Avril Lavigne or whoever was cool at that time. So Norah
Nice.
Jones Feels Like Home. All of the songs, including
Wow.
songs that people have not even heard of.
Wow.
Like Carousel, which is my favorite song on the album.
One weirdest place you ever have written lyrics?
The Pot.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's the
Yeah.
best inspiration.
It
And
is
that's like the...
shower
I don't think
pot,
that's
yeah.
the weirdest.
Is it not?
It's not. It's the
Really?
most common space, I feel.
What are
Because-
you saying?
Yeah, because
That's
everybody
right.
kind of ideates things on the pot.
Yeah, true.
Apart from the pot, what is the weirdest thing?
Apart from the pot,
Yeah, because
what is
that's the most
weirdest
common thing.
I mean, I luckily have access to the beach very often. So the beach is not a weird place, but it's a nice place.
Another common place.
On the walk with my dogs. I have woken up with lyrics in my head.
Okay.
That is a really
Okay,
good
so
one.
before
Lyrics
brushing,
and melody.
before the pod, you are
Not
just
even-
like gone.
Not even brushing. I don't even do that. I will record it on my phone as voice notes.
Yeah.
And then I will try to listen to it later, and most of the time it's just not anything good. But once in a while you remember the feeling, and then you're able to sort of make that into a song, which is really...
Okay, I'll finish this thing and I'll ask you
Yeah.
about this question that I'll ask you. So if your life was a music genre, what music would it be?
Musical theatre.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Goa, Bombay. For music career.
Music career, Bombay. Life, Goa.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You don't think
I
people
would
in
never come
Bombay
back.
have life?
I lived in Bombay for
Yeah, I know.
20 plus years.
I stay in Thane as well.
Yeah,
so
exactly. Navi Mumbai.
Yeah.
It's just, and I to had it quite easy. Navi Mumbai is still better. There's greenery,
yeah,
big growth, all of
Same,
that.
same.
But
Yeah.
still,
Quality of life
would
in
never
general.
look back.
Yeah,
Never
I
look
agree.
back. Yeah. Plus, it's not. Sorry, it's not looked down there. Looked down. You're not looked down upon.
Yeah.
Because you nap in the afternoon, which I think everybody should. Everybody should nap. Sorry.
Okay, one of the strangest DMs you have received?
I recently got a DM from someone. This is a strange but also nice. Who specifically said, "Hello, ma'am. I want to be your unpaid intern."
Wow.
He didn't even try to take money. I was like, "Arey, thoda sa to just say intern." It's usually implied that it's unpaid, right? But to say, "I want to be your unpaid intern," which I thought was pretty funny. That's a good DM to get.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think, yeah, cool. So you were talking about this thing in specific, most of the times you write songs and then you re-listen, like you listen to it again
Yeah.
and you think it's like
Garbage.
trash sometimes.
Yeah.
So how many of these songs actually come out?
So, as a songwriter,
Hmm.
my journey has been very different
Okay.
because I have always written just for myself.
Hmm.
In the sense that it is more about the writing process for me than the production and release process, which is why I've released only so few songs. Actually, with my band Soulful, I released quite a few. And then I took a hiatus, and then to put out the music that I made by myself, it took me a long time because I never wanted to put the pressure of the reaction that it would get.
Does it affect you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it used to affect me. Now, because I go into it with no expectations, then I'm like, okay, one listen, two listen, 1,000 streams, doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It
But
just
then
doesn't matter, yeah.
at what point can an artist have this no expectation? Because, I mean, so it's also bread and butter for a lot of artists, right? So
it is not my bread and butter.
Yeah,
I
that's
think
what-
that really
yeah.
like the kind of freedom
Hmm.
that you get from having from this. I mean, I don't want to call it a side hustle because it is not a side hustle. Like I have always considered myself a teacher first because I have been a teacher for so long. I have
Yeah.
always sort of been in that role of, and the thing is that I don't claim to know a lot, but one of the skills that I sort of pride myself on is that मेरे को जितना आता है उतना मैं communicate effectively कर सकती हूँ so that
Yes.
you can do that.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
That is the thing. Like the art of, and I feel like teachers are so heavily underappreciated.
Yeah.
Like this whole thing, if you can do and if you can't teach, like that, I find that to be such an abhorrent
Yeah.
phrase because that's not true. Because you know what? A lot of people who can do cannot teach.
That's true.
They can't teach.
That's so true.
They can't translate it into a way that
You might be like the most experienced or like, but
Yeah.
you just don't have the skills
you
to
don't have the
teach.
skills.
Yeah.
And the thing is that to not respect that in itself as a skill is, I mean, the
Yeah,
tragedy
I
of
know-
our,
I know
of
where
our
you're
time.
coming
And
from,
across
yeah.
the world,
Yeah.
world, teachers are like woefully underpaid. People are like, "Acha, itna paisa." Yeah, I'm literally taking your
Yeah.
mind and changing it.
Yeah.
And it's not easy.
Yeah,
And to
it's not.
keep
It's true.
a person motivated and interested and engaged,
Hmm.
that's yeah. But I mean, so the idea is that I consider myself an artist second, but an educator first, which is a real
Blessing.
no. It took a lot of
Time.
soul searching to accept that and to be proud of it. Like I came back from college and I was like, I want to be a musician, but I don't want to be a musician because it's I want to make music, but I don't want to be a musician. I don't want to be an artist.
So what's the difference according to you? Like,
I think the difference is making music for yourself versus making music to make money is artistically very different because the reality of life is that not every song is going to be a hit. So what happens is that I'm able to look at my song as it is, even if it doesn't follow. There was a lot of times earlier when I used to write music, I used to be like, "Arey, is gaane mein to bridge hi nahi hai." इस गाने में तो instrumental break ही नहीं है, this is just vocal. Oh, is it gonna bore the people who are listening to it? But it doesn't. So that, like, making songs for listeners versus making songs for yourself, it gives you a lot of freedom.
There is something like coming up, right? Like the entire rap culture has been coming up.
Yeah.
Like you've been writing music, like the communities are writing music.
Yeah.
You know, people who really want to put down thoughts. It's very lyrically driven. So how do you compare that writing with the like the singer-songwriter, pop, indie folk kind of that space writing generally?
I think it's even more powerful because it doesn't, I mean, lyrically speaking, it has to carry not only the meaning of the song, but it has to be rhythmically engaging enough, right? In its words, it has to, the music has to exist in the sound of the words as well as the meaning.
What sparked that, you know, your journey into music? Why did you think, okay, I want to get into music? Be it education, be it performance, be it producing, be it writing, whatever it is.
My family is extremely musical.
Yeah.
Extremely, matlab, my
Next
dad's
level.
side is, they're all Hindustani classically trained singers. All of them are. All of them. My grandfather wrote poetry in English, Hindi, Urdu, Punjabi. And so his kids would put his poetry to music, and then it became like little mini folk songs. I mean, the folk is only us, but you know, that folk songs that have passed down to us. And so we grew up with this environment of extreme creativity from looking at my dad and his siblings. They used to write spoof ads.
Wow.
You remember there were radio ads? So there was this ad for Hero Cycle that they have made this spoof version of called Zero Cycle.
Wow.
And it is so amazing to hear them perform it, that they'll do the ding dong Zero Cycle and they'll do the whole thing. Like, this is a really good ding dong Zero Cycle. Ghanti ke siwaay sab kuch bachta hai, which is just so, because it's just so creatively charged.
Yeah.
So that environment was a really beautiful thing. But I was very academically inclined growing up. Like, I wanted to study neuroscience or psychology or drama or something. But in the study side of it, right? I loved biology.
Yeah.
So then when I went to college, I graduated with a psychology degree. And I thought, okay, you know what? I'm going to go back and get a doctorate in psychology with a focus on neuroscience.
Yeah.
And then was gap year mein, I went to watch Shubha Mudgal at True School of Music.
Of course.
Okay. I thought it was a concert. It was not a concert. It was a promotional, please come to our school sort of event. And I was like, okay, ab gayengi. Nahi gaya. But she spoke, and that was a really beautiful thing. And then I walked out of there, and the founders, and this is like when True School of Music was just a baby,
Starting,
right?
yeah,
They were just starting, and they were, so then somebody asked me that, you know, who are you? And I said, oh, I've just come back from the States, and I was in the jazz thing, and I was here because I love Shubha Mudgal and stuff. And he said, oh, you've come back, and can you teach? And I said, yeah, of course I can teach, because who was going to say no, right?
Yeah.
And then I got a job there. And then it's so funny because I went for my interview with someone who is a person called Pawan Benjamin, who is an incredibly knowledgeable musician. And he was testing me on my music theory skills. And so to prepare for that interview, I literally downloaded Music Theory for Dummies. You know, they make a book. And uste 2 din pehle, I'm like literally like, acha ye, you know, just like quickly learn, like revise these things. And so I did that and landed this job. And then somehow that was like my first step into music. But
Education side.
yeah, music, I mean, education I had already been doing. I had been doing workshops and stuff with my drama teacher for a very long time.
Correct,
you know,
correct.
because in the psychology space also, I was in developmental psychology. So I was like working at this infant toddler center. So education I'd been doing for a while. I was doing at the same time while studying for my GRE, because I wanted to do this PhD. That never happened. While studying for the PhD, I was teaching French at a school part-time. So teaching was already happening. But I had never looked at music as something that I would be able to teach. Right? It was just something that I always did as a thing that happened in my family, you know, as like a side thing. And then they said, you come to, I said, yeah, of course I'll come. Right? So I would take a train from Navi Mumbai to Lower Parel. And I would like do so many classes there. And it was the most incredible thing. And then wahan pe, the production teacher at that time had only heard, we had never met. He had heard me singing from my classes outside. Okay? Bahar while passing. Mikey McCleary got in touch with him for saying that, Are, I need a singer for this one thing. Do you know anyone? And he gave my phone number. I have never met this person. He's given my phone number to Mikey. I've got a call from Mikey's office saying, hey, can you come and do the scratch track for the show that I'm doing?
Wow.
And I was standing at the metro station going to Powai to do my classes, my private lessons. And I said, yes, absolutely. I'm so free only. And I just like put it down, called my students. I said, I'm so sorry. I'm going to, cover up this class tomorrow. And I've gone in there. I did one scratch track. They loved it. In the same day, they said, you come and sing another one. So I did another scratch track for them. And then I got 4 or 5 songs in that show over the span of time. And then uske baad, he said, why don't you audition for bartender? And then I got my spot at bartender. Like it just sort of, the thing is that the career that I've landed in, it is literally a career I have landed in. There was no planning. It was just one thing. And I believe so much in just saying yes to things, Somebody saying, can you do this? Absolutely I can. And then you download the do whatever for dummies thing and then you learn it because no better way.
But did you study music?
I did Hindustani classical for many, many years. Then I had a guitar teacher in my 11th and 12th. Then I joined a jazz ensemble when I was in college.
Okay. So you knew little bit.
Quite a bit.
Quite a bit.
Enough to understand what
the
that
music,
book was. Yeah.
The music theory for dummies would say.
Would mean,
would translate,
exactly. Exactly. I knew what the words and all meant. And being in jazz ensemble taught me the Western side of music theory. And because we would learn, like read from sheet music and sing, So that was a very, very big learning experience.
Nice.
Also, like how to sing as a part of such a big ensemble, how to take cues, how to sort of like respect and even stage presence. How do you bring focus to an incredible instrumentalist, like as a vocalist, right? Because so many of your eyes will fixate on a singer, right? So how to bring all of those things, like those are things that you learn by doing.
Wow, amazing. How was that experience in like being in the entire jazz ensemble? Like how do you do this? Like, how do you change focus from you being the center of attraction as a vocalist to like the other musicians? Because there are so many great musicians. Yeah. And as a bassist, I never get any attention. So I would love to teach my vocalists how to do it. So
so much of it is giving your attention to that person.
Yeah.
You can like on stage, like we grew up saying, "Arey, don't ever show your back to the audience," or like all of those like sort of outdated things. Show your back. Look where the focus is meant to be, right? You start enjoying that. And can I tell you something? The bartender, they do this. They have a song which has solos and the singers are choreographed to bring attention to them. You will dance and you will literally bring attention to the soloists. Because singers are... we would be nothing without. And the jazz ensemble, there were 40 musicians, 40-piece jazz ensemble, and there were I think 4 or 5 sung pieces. So the jazz ensemble was its own thing, and then we were the cameos,
Wow.
And you realize that instrumentalists, they speak a different language. Unless you learn an instrument yourself as a singer, which I think every singer should. But like you have such great respect for the amount of knowledge that they have to be able to translate melody and stuff into instruments. Like it's just...
it's ridiculous.
It's baffling,
So out of all the things that are there, like, music education, film, like you have given vocals for so many songs, the performances that you do, the music that you release, what is your favorite thing to do?
So I have always been a musical theatre child.
Okay.
Right? So for me, there is nothing like live performance. Nothing like it. I think you get to access parts of yourself that you are either repressing or you don't get to express, and you don't get to experience your own self in that way. And you can sort of bring that side of yourself out. And I think it's also very like gratifying in the sense that you can see the reaction. Like you can see in people's eyes that moment of like I remember we were doing, I had this duo with an incredible piano player called Vyoma. She and I had this duo called Saltwater.
Yeah.
And we did a lot of sofa sound type gigs, right? Which
Yeah.
are very small venues, and there are people, and it's not fancily lit or anything. So you can see everybody, right? You can see everybody's faces.
Yes.
And I remember we used to always be the openers because we were not famous enough to like finish, like be the last whatever people. And you can see, right? There are people talking. And we had planned our set in a way that there will be no introduction, no speaking until the first song would start, okay? So after the first song, we would say, hello, yes, all right, or whatever, right? And I remember singing the first line of the first song, which is also called Saltwater. And you see this hush settle over the entire audience. Like they've come to listen to music, but when it actually begins, and that is a reaction to your voice. It is a reaction that they are having to something that you've written, you've composed, and then it's your voice that's saying these words to these people, and you have to see like that feeling of like absolute quiet.
I have goosebumps.
It's unreal.
Yeah.
It is unreal, that feeling that, you know, in neuroscience, they tell you this, okay? They tell you that music processing is a somatic process, right? It happens in your body, right? Which is why certain people who are musically inclined will get goosebumps. Not everybody gets them. Do you know that?
Oh.
As a response to music. Like a lot of people will not have that reaction.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So people who
I
are
still
musically
have
inclined. So the thing is that if you mean what you're singing, and this is a message to all vocalists out there, right? There's something called technical skill. You should work on that.
Yeah.
But the most important part of live performance is if you put your body, if you mean it with your body, right? That message will carry. And people's bodies will react in a way that their mind is not. They're not listening to your words, right? They are listening to your emotional core. Right? That is what their bodies are responding to, right? You can listen to excellent music and be like, hello, what excellent technical, bahut acha kiya, right? Like, arey wah, what's ki-?
Yeah.
But if you want to get an emotional reaction from someone, you have to feel that emotion in yourself. So that is an incomparable feeling.
Yeah.
That feeling I can't, like, you don't get it from anywhere else.
A lot of artists, a lot of people would be like thinking when like there is a lot of technical things happening on stage.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Versus a lot of feel-driven things happening on stage.
Yeah.
What's your take on that? Because a lot of musicians, for that matter, younger generations,
Yeah.
they'll go for technique, they'll go to
Yeah.
master it.
Yes.
And in that, the feel is kind of lost,
Yeah.
right? And in that, you are kind of missing the entire crux of putting your feel, your emotion forth
Yes.
before everything. You make
Absolutely.
mistakes, it's fine,
It's fine.
right? What's your take on that?
My take on that is technique is a language. Okay. You can be the most proficient person in the world in any language, right? मेरे को ना सबसे बड़े words आते हैं मेरे को ये. But if you have nothing to say, there's no lasting impact of that. There's no lasting impact, in my opinion. I'm so sorry. I should not say that. I find that there is no lasting impact of music that's just made to show how quickly your fingers work or how many chords do you know, right? There are some incredible instrumental pieces that have been written with. If you listen to any Chopin piece, right? Chopin is a. You can hear he wrote a piece. It's called the Minute Waltz.
Okay.
But it's actually, when he wrote it, it was called the Minute Waltz, right? And then people have just sort of made it the Minute Waltz because people were thinking that, if we play it really fast, it should be in 1 minute, right? But it's not. It's just a Minute Waltz, which he wrote because he was watching a dog chasing its tail, right? Right? And you hear it and you're like, meko dikh raha hai wo kutta. Like, I can see it. I can feel in the music that there is a dog dancing in front of this man, and he's so beautifully captured that. It doesn't have to be a deep message. It has to be something. You have to be communicating something through that, right? And if you don't have the technical skill to back up your message, you're gonna fall flat. So you have to be both.
Yeah.
But I feel like technique belongs on the back end of a performance, right? You spend all your time on technique before the stage. Once you're on stage, only emotion. Because if you have mastered technique, it'll come on its own. Like I teach these vocal devices. I teach a growl and I teach a, like a rasp, and I will teach a, like all of these, like a vocal fry ko kaise use karna and the things, right? But when to use it, right? How much to use it? That is all based on emotion. It is only emotion.
Wow.
How do you use dynamics? I spend so much time on dynamics in my classes. You cannot sing everything in one volume. Even if you sing it perfectly, it will not mean anything to anybody.
Yeah.
But the only reason that works is if you know the emotion behind the song. So technique has it. You need it. You need it to express yourself, but you have to have something to express. It can't just be. Which is also why I feel like vocalists are always in the limelight, is because it's easier to read somebody's story because they're actually telling it. They're singing it out. Right?
It's a said
thing, right? Which is why it's the easiest thing. Exactly.
Yeah.
And I feel bad for instrumentalists because
that's okay. I mean, with technique, otherwise,
we are surviving. Yeah,
we'll just stand in the corner and then
and make the sound good. Yeah, make you sound better. As a bassist, I swear, I feel like that is your whole life. The song is empty. People are like, "Acha nahi ho raha, kuch nahi. It's not sounding right. It's not sounding right." It's because the freaking bassist is not here yet. Yeah.
So with all this, performance and all of that, you started something very beautiful, which is Strangers Choir. Getting all your experience of teaching, your performance, and translating it towards people in general, how music in general can take this form of multiple layered vocal pieces and all of that, right?
Yeah.
What was the thought behind it? How did you approach it? And
So I have always wanted to be in a choir.
Okay.
Because harmony is one of my greatest, I think it's one of the greatest treasures of music, right? And people don't realize when they listen to harmonies because they're so far in the back, right? And one of the first things that I wanted to do as a songwriter was to write huge vocal stacks, right? Walls of vocals just heading you, right? Because, again, it's so
power.
It's it is power. It is literally power. And you listen to a choral piece, a classical chorus, modern chorus, a cappella group, your goosebumps are guaranteed.
Yeah.
Because you're hitting all of the frequencies with the human voice. It is a transcendent experience to be a part of that.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I've always wanted to be in a choir. And then I started seeing this thing called the Gaia Music Collective. And they started in somebody's house. They said, you know what? We are all singers. We want to sing. Let's all sing together in this house. And then it got bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And then I saw that they are able to construct a choir out of people who just love music. They love to sing.
This was in Goa?
This is in America.
Oh, okay.
In New York City, Gaia Music Collective, right? And I started seeing these videos, and then I discovered that pop-up choirs as a concept have been around for a really, really long time. I think maybe because the pandemic hit and then nobody was doing anything, and then they've restarted this, that it's regained popularity through them. But I was very inspired by that. I was very inspired by the concept of the fact that कोई भी गा सकता है. I am a believer of कोई भी साथ में गा सकता है. Oh, I went to a Jacob Collier concert also. The first one that he did at NCPA.
Yeah.
NCPA. And he did this thing. He said, this section is going to sing this section is going to sing that. And I was like, everybody can sing. Because as a group, everybody can sing.
Yes.
And so then I'm in this art community group in Goa, like a WhatsApp group. And I just sent a poll saying, if I was to do this, would anybody come? And it's a 900-person group, okay?
Wow.
I mean, it's one of those where people forward things.
Yeah.
And some 10-15 people said, yeah, we want to come. And so I immediately took all those contacts and I made a WhatsApp group saying, okay, we're doing it.
Wow.
No venue, no nothing. I said, yeah, we're doing it. That is my style.
Yes.
Really.
See, yes. Just like she said yes to this.
Yeah,
right?
exactly. Let's do it. It's fine. What is the worst that can happen, right?
100%.
I am a great believer of, ठीक है. Listen, my costs are covered.
Yeah.
बस और कुछ नहीं चाहिए मेरे को. I didn't look at it as work, right? I was thinking of it as like a fun thing that I want to do with my weekends, right?
Yeah.
Because I want to basically fly to America and do it, but I don't want to go to America. I want to be in Goa as much as I possibly can. And so I said, okay, I'll just start it. Chalta hai, you know. And now being a singer for so long, I have a lot of experience writing harmonies, composing harmonies, because when you're in a session, you have to acha layer de do, ye de do, karke. And then you learn how to do this stuff. And I said, okay, whatever, you know, let's just do it. And so like 10 people signed up, and I was like, okay, cool. And I got this beautiful venue, which was this very new restaurant called Dolce Dias, which is this like family owned. It is one of the biggest things I've ever. It's huge. It's so huge, and they have this beautiful manicured garden ka view, and it's just hidden in this like small little place. You go off the chota sa road and you turn in, and it's this beautiful thing. And it turned out to be acoustically so beautiful because it had an atrium and they had double floor ka ceiling.
Wow.
And so we were right under that, right? Almost like a cathedral-esque space. And 18 people showed up. 17 people showed up, 18 including me, right? 18 people showed up. Having मतलब कुछ भी मेधा कौन है क्या है कुछ नहीं पता है कुछ नहीं पता है बस ठीक है आइडिया अच्छा लगा. I am so grateful to each one of those people who showed up because why did you come?
Yeah.
You know, I don't think I would have gone. Like kuch to backing. They just came, and I got a couple of videos from that. And forget videos, that experience was like a holy shit.
Yeah.
This is really cool. And I was standing in the middle. I'm a rondu also, but I got tears in my eyes from doing this one vocal thing because I was like, okay, let's see what these people can do. One note I sang, and they all sang back. And the whole place just like reverberated with that sound of 18 people singing together. That's a lot of people, by the way.
Yeah.
Those are a lot of different vocal
Voices,
textures and like all this. And there were men and women and kids, and it was a very diverse group. And I was like, okay, this is gonna work. In that one moment, I was like, okay, this is gonna work. And that video apparently went to so many groups inside Goa that my friends were telling me, oh, our other friends are telling us, do you know this person we've heard you speaking about a Medha because she's doing this cool thing. And I was like, what? Me? Oh my God, that's not possible, right? And so then I did it again 2 weeks later and then again 2 weeks later. So I've been like doing it in Goa for a long time. And every single time somebody will come up at the end and give me a hug and say, I have wanted to be in a choir for so long. Or I was in a choir when I was in school and I haven't accessed this part of myself in so long, and we get to do it here. And there are so many people who are absolutely inexperienced. Zero. Hame to gana nahi aata hai. My voice is very bad. God, how many times I've heard this phrase, my voice is very bad. How can it be bad? It's your voice. It's your voice. There is no such thing. It just doesn't exist. Especially in a choir, you want that. You want that gravel. You want a little patla voice. You want a fat voice. You want all of these textures happening, right? It's just, and it's meditative and it's cathartic and it's got the healing properties of a drum circle. You know how you feel like you're a part of a whole and then you do something and then it ends all together. It's too good. It's too good. I'm just so lucky. Yeah.
Okay, so with all this, with so much putting up, social media, things to promote, and then your own stuff, it's like literally like a slow burn, right? Like you are just like every day thinking about this, thinking about that. How do I promote this? How do I little steps? But still, I mean, Goa must be helping, but still, it's like kind of a it's a burnout, right? Like how do you cope up with that? And do you see that growing into the indie music space, especially like the slow burn? Like you are the one who was kind of thinking of putting your performance out there in Bombay, right? There are so many other musicians who would want to put out their creatives, their musicians and all of that. So it's kind of a trend that ये हुआ, अभी मेरे को इसको ये सोशल मीडिया पे डालना है, अभी इसको बूस्ट करना है, अभी इतने लोगों ने देखा है, अभी so it's numbers, and you are always stressed out of because of that. So what would your suggestion would be to your own self and to the viewers?
I mean, right now, I actually don't know when the podcast is going to come out, but right now, we've just finished our shows in Bombay. There are shows, there's one, I mean, I don't want to say show, like one workshop lined up already for Delhi. And then I'm currently finalizing venues for Pune and Bangalore, all of these. Okay, so there are 3 big sessions coming up. At least, I mean, in the next 1 month, one and a half months, right? Managing the administrative side of that is extremely brain occupying, right? But what's happened is that literally from the time that I started, which was 2.5 months ago, to now, I have learned so many ways to optimize that process. Like I was manually taking payments, right? Manually as in like I was taking payments and then physically going and checking with the Google form ki acha isne diya hai, usne diya hai, and all of that for 100 people in Bombay. 100 people all in one day, right? And the reservations came over a span of 2 weeks because I released it and then 2 weeks later was the event. मतलब दिमाग का तो दही हो चुका है अभी इस वक्त. But now for the Pune one, I figured out a way to optimize that. One less step that I have to do.
Yeah, that's a major step.
Yeah.
It's not a one less step.
Very, very big step.
Yeah.
Right? And I have a lot of help. I have a lot of help. My parents are extremely supportive. My husband is extremely supportive. Like they are pillars in my life that I am so lucky to have.
Yeah.
I'm so lucky to have them. You know, I run every single little thing of, should I do it in this date or that by my husband? I'm like, acha, ye karna chahiye. And he will say something and I don't have to listen to him. But the fact that I have his wisdom is so essential to my being able to do this at all. You know? So that's one thing. Ask for help. Take help. Right? Take help from people that you feel comfortable taking help from. That's one very big important thing. And the second thing is whether or not you like it, social media is the game.
Yeah.
Right now. That is literally how I could fill 2 enormous rooms with people.
Yeah.
Because people are on their phones all the time, man. There is no escaping it. There is no escaping it. That is the way that people are communicating with each other. And you have to grow that skill. Like learn it. Nobody is born knowing how to walk. You can't do the whole like, I'm not good at this. No, become good. Hire someone. Do something. You know? You have to be, if you're going to do this in a way that you want, right? If you want hundreds of people to come, then you have to reach hundreds of people. And for every 10,000 people you reach, after that 100 will show up. Right? So you have to have the thing of, and it doesn't have to work. But the thing is, you have to put in the effort.
Yeah, that's true.
Because it is a part of being, of doing your own thing. It is, and you know what? I like it.
Yeah.
I like it. There's somebody, I was speaking to my husband who is also a musician. Somebody in an interview asked him, what is the story behind this song? And he was able to communicate that. When we were listening to music, when we were growing up, it was a song and you had your own interpretation of it and you could appreciate it musically and and it relates to me. But also you didn't know who these people were. They were like these sensationalized figures of like, the stardom. And they only reached us when they had already become huge, right? Their personalities only reached us once they had already achieved stardom. Now you have access to, suppose you like an artist who is not famous yet.
Yeah.
Indie artists, right? You love them. You just love them. You can virtually meet them. You know, you can see a little bit of themselves. And I think it adds a layer of depth to the music that they make. So, I mean, do 100%. It. Yeah. If it gives you burnout, outsource. Take a step back, outsource, give it to someone else, but you have to do it. It is just... I think if you're going to look at it as something that is your bread and butter, then you have to evolve with the times. With like AI right now. So,
yes, that's helping a lot. We'll come to the AI bit, but it is helping quite a bit.
I agree.
So, you are a Punjabi?
Yeah. Technically.
I've
lived a lot of different places.
You stayed in Ahmedabad?
No, Delhi, Bombay, but Delhi, Bombay. America, Goa.
And Goa. Okay.
Yeah, but first time Bombay, South Bombay. Second time Bombay, Prabhadevi. Third time Bombay, Navi Mumbai.
Oh, got
which
it.
is all different
Got-
experiences.
Got it. So your primary thinking language is English?
Hindi.
Hindi. Oh, nice. So how does songwriting, come to you in terms of words lyrically?
Yeah.
Does it come in Hindi or like?
No. So lyrically, because when I started listening to music, when I started choosing the music that I was listening to, I was in Bombay.
Okay.
And I was living in South Bombay.
Okay.
South Bombay, Hindi is an unacceptable language. I hate to say it. I mean, no, in South Bombay, Hindi is an unacceptable language. In
Wow.
your school. I mean, it's just not culturally. Like, I had moved from Delhi to Bombay. And I used to speak to my friends in Hindi in Delhi. And I came to Bombay and people just don't. People simply do not speak in Hindi.
Wow.
Culture shock. Then, one of my, like, a new person shifted into our school and she had come from Lucknow and she was speaking Hindi. And I was like, you're going to be my friend. Because
Nice.
it's a big part of who
Yeah.
I am. So when I started writing music, it's really funny. I was actually just thinking about this because somebody, when I was doing Stranger Square, somebody reached out to me and said, oh, I remember you used to make us listen to this song called Tonight, which was the first song I ever wrote. Such a bad song, but it was so, I was like, wow, this is the best song I've ever heard in my life. How much I've sung that song, okay, called Tonight. But it was in English, right? Now, I think also as you get older, you allow yourself to do things that are not cool, you know?
Yeah.
You allow yourself to be,
Yeah.
like, oh, I don't want to speak in Hindi,
Yeah.
you know? I really want to express something, Hindi mein nikalta hai wo to, you know? It's just a thing.
So, one is your mother tongue,
Yeah,
right?
correct,
And the
yeah.
second is your thought, like how you're
Yeah,
raised and like,
correct,
whatever.
correct,
That
yeah.
is the second one. So,
Yeah.
in which you think.
Yeah.
So, if your thinking language is not the same,
Yeah.
in
Yeah,
what your
yeah,
audience or
yeah.
like where you want to grow,
Yeah.
how do you like translate that into like, so do you take help? Do you take, like, what do
Hire
you
a
do?
lyricist. Get a lyricist. Get a person who can do it.
Hmm.
Because there are people, you can learn, of course, if you have access to that kind of.
But learning will take a long time, don't you think?
Yeah, learning matlab, dekho, somebody who is not grown up in the north, right? They are very, very strongly connected to their mother tongues, right? I know that a lot of Gujaratis speak Gujarati perfectly, right? Young, very young kids also, like kids who only speak in English, but they'll understand and speak Gujarati perfectly, right? I know that this is the case with a lot of regional languages, right? So I feel like Hindi, if you're in an environment that is enough Hindi, then you can learn, right? You can learn how to express yourself, but it will not come so naturally, right? Even for me, I was unused to writing lyrics in Hindi. Hindi is conversational language for me,
Yeah.
right?
But so then what is your process of writing, especially in Hindi?
My process of writing in Hindi is that I start with literally writing in Devanagari,
Oh,
like writing in Hindi script.
okay.
I don't write Hindi lyrics in English.
Huh.
It sort of switches a part of your brain on,
Oh.
you know? And also, I use Google. I ask Google for words that can express.
Has
what I'm looking for.
AI generally helped you? Like, how do you use?
Not in lyric writing.
Okay.
I don't allow that in my lyric writing process. I will look up words that I am looking for.
So
and I will look up
synopsis
meanings
or
of
opposites or like whatever.
meanings. Yeah,
and
meaning.
all
कि
of
मेरे को
these
ये
things.
बोलना है, इसका word क्या है, you know, मुझे ये इसका, you know, or the opposite. कि अच्छा, this word sounds really good. What does it mean? Right? ऐसे करके, right? So that it I mean, that's not an AI thing. That's just a मतलब online dictionary, right? That is not. So in the creative side of things, I don't allow
Your own self. Like, this is the boundary. I don't want to cross this.
Yeah. For myself, I don't allow creativity. Like, even if I'm writing copy, right? If I'm writing a piece about, like, if somebody's sent an interview and I'm answering questions, I know a lot of people are sending unedited AI back to people, and then those people are putting it in AI, and like, you can tell because there are dashes in the middle. I was like, which human person would use a semicolon?
And then there are these brackets which insert your this thing here. And they've literally not even proofread
They've
it.
not even proofread it, right?
Yeah.
AI is a great tool. I will never, ever, ever deny the value of it, right?
Yeah.
And it can improve your expression. But thoda to pad lo yaar.
पढ़ लो
इसको.
हाँ
Like,
उतना
thoda to
मतलब
pad lo.
कितना you have saved so much time not
I
writing
know,
it
exactly. At
You know?
least spend it, yes.
put in your
precisely.
own thoughts
Yeah.
into it
Yeah.
you use it wisely
You use
know?
it wisely. Yeah, use it as a resource.
Yeah.
It's the difference between plagiarism and learning, right?
Exactly.
मत करो ना थोड़ा सा तो like don't be that lazy
Exactly.
also. You know, अरे people are using AI to generate happy birthday messages.
Wow.
AI, please give me a happy birthday message for a 50-year-old man. Oh, the years that you have spent together. And I was like, this is not you speaking. Like, I know how you talk. This is not you. This is definitely not you. Or then, एक ऐसे tag आना चाहिए, generated by AI. Then everybody should know that ये ना AI मेरे को birthday wish कर रहा है, Like, if you're gonna send a message, you send an HBD, no problem. That's fine. Because that at least you wrote that, right? But to then say, you know what, I actually thought of these words when you did not. You did.
You just fed it.
Just
to
read
AI.
it, and you didn't even feed it.
But you're writing such a big prompt to get that like
But I feel like people
message,
are not
right?
even doing that. I feel like it's generic. Most 50-year-olds must have these experiences. Therefore, it must apply. Happiness and laughter. Everybody. Yeah, that's true. It applies to everybody. But yeah, so creative process I don't allow. Personal interactions I don't allow. But administrative work, very helpful.
Yeah.
Right? Like generating a script to get a certain message across. Very, very helpful. When you can take certain lines or phrases in which that you would not have thought of, right? To express certain things. Extremely helpful. Extremely helpful. It is a collective mind, man.
Yeah.
And it has drawn inspiration from human beings.
Yeah.
It is and to have access to that much wisdom. I understand that. I also am very aware of the environmental impact of AI. So I use it sparingly.
What is the environmental impact?
Basically, they say that the amount of computing power that it takes to generate, it uses a lot of energy.
Oh yeah?
Energy consumption is very, very high. Very, very high. They're like the server farms and stuff that you need to sort of power this incredible machine, right? It's a machine that's running, right? Yeah. So I use it sparingly. I don't just चलना ही है मैं डाल देते दिखते क्या होता है, right? So that is a thing. So
no, I didn't know there was this factor associated with this.
I mean, I'm not gonna claim to be an expert on the matter, but I do know that with every technological advancement comes some or the other. Yeah. Unless it's a wind farm or something like that, which is actively benefiting the environment, which is something that is very close to my heart. So, got it. So, yeah, but it's not using AI is like saying मैं ना chalk and वो जो ऐसे slate होता था ना उस पे मैं लिखूंगा. You have a pen, there is paper, you can type a note on your phone, like it,
Got it.
Yeah. Got it. It's the same way you have to stay in tune with the latest production software. Yeah. Not personally, at least I have access to someone. Who knows how to produce stuff. Because the efficiency is very, very high. Efficiency is very, very high.
When you outsource.
No, and when you use the right
tools.
Resource. Yeah, use the right tools.
Use the right tools, outsource, and you do you.
Yeah.
You do your things.
Yeah, exactly. So creatively make, right? Polishing, give to an expert,
So, with all of this, with so many things, what is success to you today? And you also speak about, releasing music with no expectations. Yeah. So, what is no expectation? What means no expectations, and how and which? Okay, first we'll just dab that.
Yeah,
what is no expectations?
What is no expectations? No expectations मतलब उसको 2 streams आएगा, I'll be happy. 5 streams आएगा, I'll be happy. 1,000 streams आएगा, I'll be happy. People hear it, don't hear it, don't care. Don't care. Sometimes I will go on my own Instagram and listen to my own voice singing other people's songs because I just like it.
Amazing.
I like it. I enjoy my music.
Yeah. And that's the first thing that you should enjoy, right? Like
the
first thing,
man.
If you don't
At
like
least
your
you
own,
should like your own music, If
you feel that there is something amiss, I'm sure people will feel that there's something amiss. If you love your work, people are going to like what you do.
Yeah, agreed.
most often than not.
Most of, yeah. Sometimes it's an access problem, right?
Yeah.
People don't know of you because they've never heard of you.
And sometimes there are creative choices. Like
Yes.
people might like different genre of music or like,
100%,
all the
absolutely,
other
yeah.
things. you
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
But then again, like what means success to you in this?
Success, no, right now, for all the kids out there, it's money, okay? I'm sorry. Money does not give you happiness, but it gives you access to a lot of things that can make you happy.
Access.
It is privilege it is freedom, it is privilege, it is comfort.
And with all of that comes
Creativity.
yes.
Yeah. That's
Yeah. It's very
money. Success is
very
it's
on point put,
Yeah. Matlab, I want to
No, that's that's true. So you have been staying in Goa,
Yes.
which is outside of the general music industry that is there. So how do you cope up? What are the pros and cons of staying?
I know that the pandemic was devastating for a lot of people because they lost loved ones. It really sort of changed their lives for the worse. But I count myself to be one of the fortunate few for whom it was the best thing that ever happened. We moved from this tiny little house in Khar to this beautiful home in Goa where we are just surrounded by green. Like you look outside this window, it's green. That window, green. You step out, it's green grasses. Like you're walking on grass. And what the pandemic did was it sort of taught people that online education is, I'm not going to say as effective, but it's pretty close to being in person. So I was able to keep my career as a teacher going, despite the fact that I live hundreds of kilometers away.
Correct.
The thing that I do, which really helps, is that I visit often. And that's why we chose Goa, is because it's so close.
Yeah.
It's so close. It's so accessible.
Yeah.
So, but also it sort of ties into this whole like not caring if your music does well or not thing.
Yeah.
If you care about if your music does well or not, you should be in Bombay. You have to shake the right hands and meet the right people and network and do live shows and like performances and things like that. So my bread and butter is not my music. For me, it is much easier to be removed from it and still create, And I'm also very lucky that I had many years in Bombay to create a network of people who still call me to sing.
Yes.
Like they know that acha isko bulayenge to ye
Yeah.
aayegi and she'll come and she'll deliver. And I'm very open to traveling into the city.
Yeah.
Extremely open. Like I'm a local train person. I'm used to like 4 ghanta lagega pahunch jayenge. It's fine.
Amazing.
It's really fine. I've like literally flown in in the morning, done an ad session and then flown back at night.
Wow.
Because I can. Like you just fly, you do it because that's what's required, Yeah.
We spoke about AI in the previous thing. I just wanted to highlight this one part in the AI section. I don't know whether you have heard of Suno and all these apps that are there. So what's your take when it comes to like literally feeding a prompt and an entire, forget mastered, full track
In the voice that you want.
in the voice that you want. I sing the track with the melody I want with the guitar. It'll give me full produced track.
Yeah.
What's your take on that?
My take is that producers have to get really, really good at using that tool in a way that is unique to them.
See, I mean, if I have to say, I went through it. I have the pro version for it because I wanted to, I wanted to take inspiration, just
So
like how
good.
you write music. You take lyrical help.
Yeah.
If you take counter melody helps.
You do.
So I'm not very good at harmonizing things. Okay, so
Come to Stranger Square.
yes, I will. Harmonizing things. I mean, naturally, I can't think of iska third kya hoga, iska fifth kya hoga,
Bassist. It's a simple one, yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah. So then?
No, but first and fifth.
First and fifth. Very nice, yeah.
So bassist.
That's not how.
So basically, so I use it for inspiration. like just to hit the first note right, and then I know what the thing
Yeah,
is, right?
yeah.
If I want pieces that like can support my melody line, if I want like a probably like something like there's a groove that I have,
Yeah.
what's going to enhance that groove.
Wow.
So like the easiest way,
Yeah.
instead of you doing it,
Yeah.
you just have to feed that data,
Yeah.
and you get it as a like a dummy,
Yeah.
right? So, and you can work towards it, you can create your own sound,
Yeah. That's
Because-
what, it's a tool at the end of the day.
so
You know, when people started adding loops in Logic, loops are somebody's made them
Yeah,
already.
exactly.
They
It's the
exist.
same-
You can
same
take
thing
it. You
on
can
almost-
literally,
yeah.
and you're paying for,
yeah,
like when you purchase Logic, that's what you're paying for it. You're
Yeah.
paying for their libraries.
yeah,
It's just a glorified library. If you don't treat it, okay. If you say, if you take a loop and you loop it 3 times and then you say, "ये मैंने बनाया है," that's wrong. Wrong as in, you can't claim
to be that is yours.
that is my, I decided when the hi-hat should
Yeah.
come. No, you did not.
Yeah, it was already
It's already there. You know the ting ting yeah, that
it's
the
already
Coyote wala song.
Yeah.
Now imagine Coyote's that song was like hyper viral. It has like millions and millions of plays.
Yeah.
उसी sample को लेके
Yeah.
she's made anxiety.
Yeah.
It's so jarring when that first vocal comes because you're expecting na,
Yeah.
na, 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 and then
Yeah.
anxiety. What's in
It gets anxiety.
I was like, yes, you're right. It is anxiety, right? But if you're going to use AI as like a tool, it works. That's the
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
If that song also didn't, if the previous song didn't exist, it would, like if you look at it as a piece, even in Drake ka jo gana hai. Na, 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 me on my telephone, cell phone, late night when you need. That's a sample,
Yeah.
right? It's a sample. AI is a library. If you use it as a library, please, who's going to stop you?
Yeah.
But if you're going to say, I wrote this amazing song, I
Yeah.
made this song, and then it's one full produced chapa version. This is the thing, right? It is a resource. It is a new technology, which I understand
Yeah.
invariably is going to endanger a lot of people's
Yeah,
jobs.
that's true.
I know that. I know that. It's the whole thing where fine art kya hota hai, right? You can see like when you watch a painter who makes lifelike portraits. They were out of jobs when the camera became a thing, right? They were like, okay, for a fraction of the cost, for a fraction of the time,
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm able to get something that's even better. Looks even more like me because it's a picture,
Yeah.
right? Things get outmoded and you have to
Yeah.
find a way to make yourself useful, you know? Although there are a lot of things that people think that AI can do, which you really can't do. People are saying, oh, you know what? Music teachers ke liye to koi space hi nahi hogi. AI aa gaya hai. And literally, I watched somebody enter, what finger arrangement should we use for this particular song? And उसमें लिखा था 2 1 da, 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 da. And the piano teacher shows her fingers and it is the most unnatural right?
thing,
Because
yeah.
unfortunately AI does not have hands and fingers, right? So that idea of ease is, and I also feel like people look at AI as gospel truth, not gospel truth.
Yeah.
Now Google has a little disclaimer, could contain errors, but still people are like, इसने तो बोला. So use as inspiration, not as final product is my.
Nice. What's your take on auto-tune as you're a singer? And
I love it. I love it.
and like the same thing that we spoke, right? Like technique
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
your feel.
Yeah.
So when it comes to auto-tune
Yeah.
and the general production that is there,
Yeah.
like what's your take on it?
So I don't know if this is controversial or not, but I'm a fan of autotune because what happens is that then when you're delivering your line, you're not worrying कि मैंने पूरी 10 words का line गाया and उसमें से एक bum note है.
Because it's natural to have bum
It's
notes.
natural to have bum notes.
Yeah.
But the ear wants to listen to perfect pitch. The ear wants to listen to, because we are in that age of like computerized singing. I don't think you should be a bad singer and then use autotune because then it is so painfully robotic sounding. I feel like people don't realize that the second you hear that, you can tell that this is like clearly auto-tune. I remember that in the 2010s, there was a time where people were like, yeah, we use auto-tune. And then they extra only,
Just
they would
push
like
it.
push that auto-tune.
Crank it up.
Crank it up to the point where it is meant to sound robotic. That is an artistic choice. Very good. But if you're going to use auto-tune sparingly and just to correct mistakes, please
It's
use.
great, yeah.
Please use. I also, when I'm teaching my kids, I'll often point out to them that the recorded version of a song is in one key, and if you hear the same artist doing the same song live, it'll be 2 half steps down. It's because it is unsustainable to sing every note right in the key that you want it in, right? If it's a really high song, like Good Luck Babe, have you heard? You hear the live version, 2 half steps down.
Yeah.
Like a whole step down. She's singing because it's itna ucha. But in studio, you get it right once.
It's
enough.
done. Yeah.
It's done.
You don't even need to retake.
Yeah. So do not ever, as a vocal student, compare yourself to a recorded version of a song that has been recorded in the last 50 years. 20 years, 30 years, since I don't know when this technology was invented. Recorded music in general, now that we don't have to do one takes. There is perfection in every line because you can perfect it.
Correct.
But if you hear songs from before that, hota tha, mistakes hote the. No, it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Got it. So, there's music school
Yeah.
and there's YouTube,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Importance of music school in the age of education, which is already available freely online. Your take.
So there are people who are self-motivated and there are people who require external motivation.
Yeah.
For people who require external motivation, music school is the perfect place.
Okay.
If you absorb information through direct conversation, if you absorb information from asking questions, if you absorb information from practically doing things, right? Then music school is
The place.
a very good place for you. If you are a self-motivated person, if your personality allows you to say that, you know what, I'll watch 10, 20 YouTube videos and I will gain that knowledge on my own and I will make my own these things, then YouTube is the perfect place. I love it. I think it's great because not everybody learns the same. So there is a place for every kind of what is it called? Information transmission. Every kind. And they're as important and as
There's a general lack of female producers, in my opinion. Okay, like I don't know. I mean,
there are. Statistically speaking, also.
yeah,
it's a fewer
statistically
number.
speaking,
Yeah.
The numbers rising 100%.
Yeah.
Since the time, like since 2007, 10
Yeah.
till now.
Yeah.
You know, what I know to what is, it's definitely rising. Is it like a problem in interest, or what would your take be?
I mean, as a woman,
Yeah, as a woman.
I cannot speak about anybody except myself,
Huh.
gender apart. I am a dadima when it comes to technology.
Huh.
I don't have patience. I don't have the desire to sit at a computer and make music. I find it to be extremely disconnected. I have so much respect for people who are able to sit at a computer for hours and hours and then they walk away and then there's a masterpiece. I want to be that person. But I don't know if my dadimaness is because I'm a woman or because my personality is such. But I don't know. I think it's possible that producers often work through the night, right? And they have historically done back end, like andhere mein baithe hain, bahut der, they're sitting in the thing. It's possible that it was a prohibitive thing when the industry was being formed, like a prohibitive barrier for women because then safety gets involved, right?
Yeah.
And like all like engineering fields, sound engineering as well was a very male-dominated business to begin with.
Yeah.
Just like physics, chemistry, all engineering.
Like
right?
generally engineering.
Generally engineering is male-dominated because our culture does not want to educate women. Does not.
Yeah, that's changing
It is
rapidly.
rapidly and beautifully changing.
Yeah.
But historically speaking, very recently, it was all men.
Hmm.
To enter that and be one woman, unsafe. It's unsafe.
Yeah.
It is like physically, it is unsafe. One woman with a team of men, unsafe. Even if they are amazing men, the woman is not going to be able to be at ease unless it's an all-woman team. Very rare. Why are so many spot boys and back-end staff? Why are they men? Why are so many of them? I mean, there are female laborers now.
Yeah.
Right? There's no. I mean, kheti karti hai ladies, right? And why is that? It's because it's unsafe, right? That environment is unsafe because it's so many men. It's so many because they are able to stay until 3-4 in the morning, right? Even makeup artists, if you see, so many men makeup artists, right? Even though women are very, very greatly talented. Now it's changing, right? It's a beautiful thing, just like anything else.
Yeah.
Because the environment is opening up,
Yeah.
women are entering and women are excelling.
Yeah, they are.
It just doesn't depend on whether you're a woman or not. But our world is not that forgiving. I think it's not that it doesn't allow for a lot of things. Plus, like access, purely based on access. Women outside metropolises, metropolitan
Metro
cities,
cities, huh?
metro cities, yeah. Women outside of that, they don't have access to half the shit that men outside outside cities do. Yeah, we are a very small part of the population. You have to remember that. Like even the women who are in production right now, tiny blip of the percentage of women in India. So the people who are
But they're
doing it,
creating waves.
so amazing.
Yeah.
So incredible. Every time.
Yeah.
It's just incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
So also, does being too indie, so to say, kind of limit your
Reach.
growth or reach or
Could
you know?
be.
Because generally, like मेरे को ऐसे कितने बार लोगों ने बोला कि यार इंडी का ठप्पा नहीं लगना चाहिए मेरे पे.
oh damn.
Like I work with a lot of independent
musicians,
musicians,
yeah.
right? And I love supporting them, right?
Yeah.
Some people come to me and they're like, "Nee, yaar, I'm not an indie musician. Like, what? I don't want that stamp.
What is the other name? What is the
Like,
other
I
word?
just want to be a
mainstream
like a musician or a mainstream
artist. Yeah.
artist. You know,
Yeah.
like, I don't want to be called indie artist. What, according to you, what's your take? Do you think it's limiting? Because you have seen both sides, like, you know, as an independent artist, as a industry performing in.
So I think like financially speaking, mainstream music industry in India, which is Bollywood, and a set few artists who have made their name outside of it, right? The thing is that because the consumption of Bollywood is so high in India, right? Once again, metropolitan cities, very itna chota part of the percentage. The most people listening are sitting and phone pe stream kar rahe wo log, right? Purane phone pe ya radio sun rahe, right? The thing is that money runs the world, right?
Yeah.
Because that fellow is streaming one type of song. That type of song is making a label lots of money. They are going to push their resources into promoting the kind of music that's going to profit them, right? Independent musicians with a label, without a label, are self-funded. People don't realize this. People don't realize that if I want to promote my music, I will have to make money from somewhere, take it, and then invest it in this. Like, you have purchased this mic from money that you have made. It's not like the mic was given to you by someone. It's not like someone says, you know, somebody asked me about Strangers Choir also, saying, oh, are you working for someone? I said, no, it's just, I'm just doing it. You know, I paid for my flight ticket. I'm paying for where I'm staying. I'm paying for the taxi mein baithe wo, you know. So the thing is that what happens is that to get financial backing from rich people, from rich companies, you have to be able to sell a product.
Correct.
They will not. Why? They are a corporation. They are not philanthropists that are like, chalo, hum, matlab, India ke artists ko bhi. There are platforms who do that. But a label is not gonna, like 10, 15 crores they are pushing. They have to get that back. They are a company. They are a machine that is meant to make money.
Yeah.
They are gonna back artists that will for sure give them a return.
Yeah.
Right? And if you want a for sure return, then you have to make music that sounds true and still is repeatable. Or it has to be placed in a film which is 100% going to get popularity. has a big star name. It's just the
way it is.
It's just the way it is. Way it is, matlab money.
I mean, that's how
If you're gonna be an indie artist, you have to accept that you have to be an incredibly popular already indie artist for a label to say, you know what, we want to give you money to make music. You have to already have done that on your own. Which is why I understand why people don't want to be in India. People want to get picked up. People want to get financial support. People want to access the beautiful network that has been built by these labels, right? That's what they do. They are an incredible...
They're giving access to the network.
So much. And they have worked really hard to get that.
Yeah.
You know, they have put in a lot of resources and money to make that network what it is.
Yeah.
That is why they are what they are, right?
Correct.
So everybody wants a piece of that, right? So if you're gonna be labeled a niche artist or whatever, then you have to be a person who's like, okay, you know, I'll stick to my guns and I'll live in a studio apartment and, you know, share it with 10 people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you have to accept that but I think that's changing. I think Indian audiences are listening to more and more indie music. There's a very, very beautiful artist called Osho. He is just an indie artist. He doesn't do film songs. And he has made himself so big by staying who he was. He stayed true to the way that he wrote. His voice is beautifully folky sounding. And he is filling up stadiums.
Wow.
Packed. I'm sure a label must have picked him up by now. Actually, I don't know exactly, but I have so much respect for that.
Yeah.
So the thing is that you can do it. Indie artists can break out of this thing where if you're indie, then you are niche. That's not true. His music speaks to hundreds of thousands of people. So
Nice. So you have written music for a lot of mainstream this thing as well. Like for your husband, you have written music, right? You have composed for your own songs. You have a band, you know, where... So can you break down in chunks what is the entire process of writing a song, like ideating a song till the finished product? How many people are involved, and what you can outsource or what you shouldn't as a musician, as an artist, as a this thing? So in a nutshell, because this can go on.
yeah. So melody and chords, you should write on your own. That's my belief. If you're going to get a lyricist, you have to collaborate very, very closely. Right? It should not be that the lyricist is expressing their own ideas. Because if it's your song, then you have to really see yourself reflected in the lyricist ka words. Production also. Your idea has to be very clear. Even if you can't communicate it via technology, somebody can. So that is something that can be outsourced easily, but it has to be done well. You have to choose the person who's going to take your music and make it what it is very, very well. They have to really take your vision and express it. You know, that's, I think, is very important, right? Mix master, you should hand off to an expert. I've seen songs change personality because of a different mix. मतलब ज़मीन आसमान का फर्क.
Correct.
Right?
So a lot of the times what happens is as artists also, like independent artists, they come to me and are like, okay, what are you doing now? They'll be like, oh, I've joined sound engineering. I've got into production. But they are very good at composition.
Yeah.
They are very good at writing songs.
Yeah.
So what is your advice to them? Like, it's great to upskill and, all of these things.
Yeah.
But should you rather focus on your skill and, work on that?
If you can afford to hire somebody, yes, you should focus on your own skill. If you can't, which is the case, people don't forget afford. You don't want to put in money, learn it. It will not sound like 10 years of production experience,
Correct.
Which is what somebody else is offering you. But it'll still be your song.
Yeah.
And the thing is that maybe your first song will not sound good. The second, third, 10th song, damn good. By that time, you will have the fluency that you require. But if you want your first song to sound amazing, get somebody else to do it. Get somebody else to do it. That's the thing, right? A producer, I believe, can only polish something that already exists. Right? A producer cannot take a bad song and be like, अच्छा इसमें magic कर दिया मैंने अभी कुछ अच्छा गाना हो गया. Right? That's not how it works, right?
Yeah.
So, as a songwriter, you should... This is something that I learned from my husband. Reject your own first attempt at writing. Reject as in, you've written this thing that came out raw and beautifully and ऐसे करके, you know, like it just... It
Poured.
poured out of you. Leave it for some time. Look at it again. Now look at it critically. And say, you know what, this melody is really repetitive. इसको थोड़ा change कर सकते हैं. You know, we need a break here. We should put, you know, ideate on it once it's already poured out of you. Right? Then re-look at that. Focus on that and then hand it off to someone who knows. Or then spend another 6 months. Okay, not 6 months. I don't have that much patience. 1 week. No. Next several weeks, over several weeks. Then if you want to add production. But I will also maintain that having basic production skills, no, it's very important. Very, very. You should be able to record your own vocals and one instrument. Record and EQ and all of that. At least that much. So the idea is recorded in a good way, right? On tempo and like it's done. And then so that you can, even if you're giving it to a producer, they should hear it at the best that you can make it. You know, it should not be a ganda sa voice note capture, which that's for yourself, right?
Yeah.
Those rawest things, and then you can release that later, right? But you should put your best foot forward to someone who is going to take it, make their life as easy as possible, right? Your vocals should be on time, your vocals should be EQ'd well. You should hear your voice the way that you want to hear your voice on the computer first before you hand it off to someone else.
Yeah.
You know, that is my belief. Aana chahiye, thoda to aana chahiye.
Nice.
Yeah.
I also have this thing that all indie artists hate Bollywood, or rather don't want to go there, but like on the face of it. But from inside, that is a space where everybody wants to be at.
Oh yeah.
So what's your take on that? Because so many say कि okay, नहीं यार, नहीं जाना है. And but then next thing you know, 2 years down the line, they're there doing the thing. You know.
Yeah. Yeah, it's the whole like, I can't have it, so it's not cool. No, I don't think so. I love Bollywood music.
Yeah.
I love Hindi music in general.
Yeah.
And I like some songs that are very Bollywood, like hit banaya humne, and I am that audience who wants to listen to that hit music.
Yes.
Right? I am it.
Yeah.
As an indie musician, I would love to be a playback singer. I would love that. Like, that is my full job. I'm happy with that. I don't think there should be that divide. Because you might think of yourself as being an evolved and like, oh, I'm a sophisticated listener. But apne wo cousin ki shaadi mein jaake wo bala me pichka, you're gonna dance. You are gonna, and you know all the words.
Yeah.
You know all the words.
And you're singing it.
Don't deny it, yeah.
Heart out, right?
And it touches you.
Yeah.
You are an Indian person. Please, just, it is the fabric of, you are made of that.
Yeah.
You're gonna do it. It's fine, you know. You're gonna dance too.
Yes.
Sabko pata hai wo,
Yes.
you know.
Yes.
So, it's, and there is some very sophisticated and like very evolved sounding Bollywood music also out there. You know. Like when, I think it was A.R. Rahman who did
Shankar
Ehsan Loy. Incredible.
Alyssa sang it, I think.
Alyssa, yeah.
Yeah. Loy's daughter.
Wow, Alyssa Loy. Cool. Loy is his first name? No.
Loy Mendonça.
Loy Mendonça. So Alyssa Mendonça. Yeah.
So,
What a song.
Yeah, what a song.
So musically sound. Have you heard Khuda Hafiz? Hey, Khuda Hafiz. Shukriya. Jazz chords.
Yeah.
Like a really
Beautiful.
Amazing key change.
Yeah.
That's Bollywood, dude.
Yeah.
That's Bollywood.
Yeah.
Don't like just write the whole thing off. It's so diverse. It's so gorgeous. Yeah.
So a lot of artists these days are kind of focusing on releasing singles.
Yeah.
But the album culture is coming back.
Yeah, it's
Yes.
coming back.
A lot of the artists that I know
Yeah.
are releasing albums, like
Yeah.
straight up.
And
Like
people are listening, man. People are listening from beginning to end. It's amazing.
Right? But on the counter side, with the generation having
Chota sa.
attention span, there's one side which is sticking is like the reels side, like 1 minute, 1.5 minute, like, content, or lesser than that, like 20 second, 30 second.
Yeah. Hook culture. Yeah.
Hook culture, right? So how should artists generally go about their release strategy according to you? Would you rather think of a strategy that, I'll just create a 1 minute song?
Yeah.
Because I know somebody had started that 1 minute song.
Oh yeah, like literally 1 minute song.
Yeah, literally 1 minute
The whole
song.
song is 1 minute.
And probably your husband's partner also was a part of it.
Yeah, he was. Oh yeah, he did a Kavi. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So how, what is your thought on that?
My thought on that is that there are billions of people living on our earth.
Yeah.
Usme
Find your place, bro.
find your place. There's so much space for everything. That's the thing, right? This whole thing where people were like, oh, God, vinyl sounds so beautiful, so different, right? Where people re-brought back the vinyl,
Vinyls,
right? The whole cyclical nature of trends, right? It's gonna come back.
Yeah.
It's gonna come. And you know what? It's not even come back. It's just who is visible at that moment.
Yeah.
People have been listening to albums like the Nora Jones album. I cannot listen to it Ada.
Yeah, you
Because
have
in
to
my head, the next note has to come from that, right? Also, I feel like the album culture is also coming back now because people are constantly wanting to be stimulated. And me included. I want something on all the time. I want to be listening to something, podcast hai, ye hai, story hai, audiobook hai, whatever, right? So for me, an album really works. Because if I want a certain mood for an activity, the whole album having a centralized thought and stuff like that really works for me, right? Okay, this is the mood that I want to be in. So I like that, but I also want to hit Gana if that's a single.
No, but then how do you generally conceptualize an entire album? Because see, singles, it's
I have no
rather
idea.
easy.
I have never written an opus of work that is all this. I am too easily bored by myself. Like too easily. The reason that I do everything that I do, right? I'm simultaneously doing Strangers Choir. I have private lessons. I have group lessons. I have lyric writing. I have songwriting. I have my pets. Like I need to be itna stimulated.
Same.
Right?
Yeah.
I can't do just one thing. Right? So because I can't because I can't do just one thing, for me to write a full album, baapre. It's
a lot of dedication
and
for a long time.
And the similar soundscape, and you have to still make it sound different enough that it's not.
And still like stitched together.
See, respect for people who write
100%.
Yeah, for people who write like 100%. Entire albums that have a beautiful way to stay connected and still so individual. I can't do it. I have always written singles. Singles as in, so my releases, if you see, right, there were 3 original song releases in the last 1.5 years, right? 3. They have all been written years apart from each other.
Wow.
But they were released all together because I was in that releasey mood.
Releasey mood.
Releasey mood, right? I was like, chala padi, yeah, exactly, yeah. Like send it out into the
ocean.
Literally, वैसे basket में डाल के भेजते हैं. That sort of feeling of it. But those songs were one was written 1 month before, one was written 2 years, and one was written 10 years before.
Wow.
So that is the amount of time that it has taken me. So I cannot fathom writing an album because my creative juices run out itne time mein, So
I wanted to talk about how collaboration generally helps both sides.
Class.
And you spoke about say a top artist, like you spoke about Nora Jones, for example, right? These bigger artists have got songwriters to write for them.
100%.
Right? And then you also spoke about key song, if you can connect to that songwriter.
Yeah.
But the bigger or on a higher level, labels come into the picture, and probably you have to work with like this is a songwriter, this is a... So creatively, you want to create a hit for the audiences, but you also want to stay true to your artist side. So how would an artist, from an artist perspective, take so much and like be true and like also deliver?
Yeah. So firstly, I think we need to give credit to the songwriters. They will make a song for you, knowing what you sound like.
Okay. That's why they are where they
That's
are.
why they are where they are. Right? Like the person who's writing the song for Selena Gomez is writing songs for her because when she sings that, it sounds true. It sort of reflects her personality, right? That is the beauty of a songwriter, right? Of a person who's behind the scenes, but is able to sort of map your identity so beautifully to be able to make, like, I think what's his name, Martin something, the super Coldplay के लिए भी लिखता है, not Coldplay, क्या नाम है उसका? Like for all of the biggest artists, they work with this one guy, right?
Okay.
But he is able to put on this hat and then this hat and then this hat and write for this person and that person, right? So he has learned how to capture that person's sound and then do that. So that's one thing. Secondly, I'm also a musical theatre person. I find it to be a lot of fun to challenge myself to sing the kind of song that I would not. The kind of song that I would not be able to write also. Be able to write. Right? Because I know that somebody's skill level, that somebody's like main skill is songwriting. So as a vocalist, as just a vocalist, it is a great privilege to sing somebody else's music because it's written really beautifully. As a songwriter, to collaborate with someone who has so much experience, incredible.
Nice.
And yeah, you have to tap into the different sides of your personality, which they all exist. Everybody has all of these pieces to them, right?
Nice.
If you're okay with sort of presenting yourself in a new light, it'll exist within you. It'll come.
Wow. It's been a long conversation. Any closing thoughts you wanna talk about something, say something to the current, newer?
Yeah. Use the resources that you have, because a lot of people didn't. And what happened is that it took away access from a lot of people who are naturally talented from reaching the place where you can now reach. Because if you didn't know how to play an instrument, you couldn't record a piece of music if you didn't know. But now there are ways that you can do that. You can do that. You can express yourself using music and don't put so much pressure on yourself. I know the Gen Z is like famous for not putting pressure on themselves.
Amazing.
Like stereotypically speaking, they are quite like, I don't want to do it, so I'm not going to do it. Amazing. So much respect for that.
Yeah.
But hustle.
Yeah.
If you want to achieve something, you gotta put in the hours. It's not gonna walk in and I think there was some celebrity's child who was talking about it. Like, of course, being a nepo kid, like or being like financially backed by your parents, you can get your foot in the door, right? But audiences are not very forgiving.
Yeah.
If you're bad, then people will be like, "Ye kya hai?"
Yeah.
And then people who are backing you will say, "You know what? You have to earn your spot here."
Yeah.
Yes, you have access to the door. I mean, I feel like the next generation in so many ways has access to things that we didn't have access to when we were younger.
Yeah.
Right? So use every resource that you have and be your best version while staying true to yourself. No pressure.
No pressure.
Totally
bro.
easy. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much for that. So before we end, I'm going to have a quick rapid fire round with you.
Okay.
So
One word answers.
chote.
Fast.
Little chunks of
Yeah.
details. One artist you'd love to swap lives with?
Kings of Convenience.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Either of them. I'll be one of them.
Yeah, nice. I love them.
Love them.
Yeah. Most overrated song you secretly hate?
Secretly hate. I तो openly hate.
Openly
Ed Sheeran का कोई भी गाना.
Ed Sheeran का
Oh man. I cannot.
Wow. Nothing perfect.
Overrated.
Photograph, like,
Overrated.
All of them.
So I know, in my opinion, I'm not actually
Of
overrated.
course.
Yeah. I mean, I don't like it.
Okay, lyrics or melody? What comes first for you?
For me, lyrics.
Yeah?
No, melody.
Yeah?
No, lyrics.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I don't know. Different for different things.
Okay,
Together, usually.
One thing that people wish stop doing at concerts.
At concert, like audience or
Audience.
stop doing.
Yeah.
You know, I went to a concert recently where they were singing, they caught one piece of the melody that, and then wohi bar bar ga rahe the. So then the people around them could not hear the artist also. That's not cool. Oh, smaller venues, don't talk, man.
Yeah.
Don't talk when the artist is performing. Yeah.
Auto tune, yay or nay?
Yay.
Yeah. Amazing. Who's your music crush?
My husband.
Oh.
Yeah. I have musically speaking, I have a huge crush. Like, I think of him as
Yeah, he's a genius.
a genius.
Yeah.
Because he is.
Yeah, he is.
Yes. Undoubtedly.
I'll put a pop-up of his
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you should. And then like hearts everywhere. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Okay, acoustic or electronic?
Acoustic.
Acoustic. Music city of your dreams.
Bombay. London.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Cool. One city you can't. One genre you can't stand.
Deep house.
Deep house.
But for hours. I know that deep house is like a really because it messes with your brain. It
Oh,
has
yeah?
it like messes with I mean, some people enjoy it. It's the same effect as some certain drugs. So deep house.
Okay. Go to post-performance food.
Oh yeah, food is during performance, pre-performance, post-performance. I eat a lot, so it's.
Okay, but your go-to food.
Oh, my go-to post-performance food: pizza. Or I really like arrabbiata pasta with prawns and then steamed vegetables on the side.
Wow.
That is my. It's a lot of fun. It's very yummy.
Would you rather eat before the performance or after the performance?
So I don't eat immediately before any performance. So I'll eat either 2-3 hours before. And then immediately after.
Why?
Because as a vocalist, I find it sort of gets in the way of my breath. Like literally having a very big full belly, it like doesn't allow my lungs to expand into that space. So just like physically speaking, I don't like it. It makes you feel heavy and
also lethargic. I feel like you slow down.
And I'm a napper, dude.
Yeah,
after eating, I want to sleep. I want to sleep. Exactly. After that, I can't be on stage right after eating. Yeah.
Nice. MIDI or live instrumentation?
Both.
Both?
In a common. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Most used plugin.
For me. Auto-tune. Yeah,
Okay.
no, reverb and
Nice.
But I'm not.
That's fine. Analog or digital? No idea.
Digital.
Okay.
Yeah, digital, probably. I don't
Okay. On vocals, do you rather prefer reverb or delay more?
Reverb. I don't like delay at all, actually.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
One vocal mic that you swear by that this is the mic I really love.
I don't know.
You don't know. Very good.
know.
Very cool.
I don't
You just take it all and sing it all. It's
Anything,
just like my work is to like just sing.
have you heard the phrase "fix it in post"?
Yeah,
this
fix
is
it in
people
post.
can do it.
Let's
Yeah,
do
it's
it in
fine.
post.
Yeah.
What's the weirdest sound that you have ever heard that it's sampled?
Weirdest sound. I know that people use like burps and stuff. I think that's pretty weird.
Okay.
Yeah.
One studio hack that everyone should know.
How to up your gain so that your falsetto comes really well. All vocalists should know that.
Can you just do
Yeah.
a demo?
Yeah. Basically, it's the difference between attempting a falsetto here. Suppose we'll do a Billie Eilish song, which is Isn't it lovely all alone? This, if the gain of the mic is up, I'm going to simulate that by coming closer.
Yeah.
You can lower your volume until it's barely thing, and then you're Isn't it lovely all alone? Heart made of glass, my mind of stone. That quality where it phases, your voice like phases in and out. Oh, it's so gorgeous. It's so big. But you can only have that if your gain on your mic is really up. So that you can sing just for yourself. Like even you're in the room, you probably missed a few of those. But if you hear back the recording, it'll be...
Yeah, I'm sure it is there.
So the feeling is very beautiful.
Any one vocal tip that you would want to give from your end?
Always warm up.
Always warm up.
Always warm up. Always
Any
warm up.
exercise particular that is there?
Yeah, do a lip trill and do your scales. It is as simple as that. And
What's
do a pentatonic, like 5-note scale karo. Don't
What's
do
a
a
lip
full
trill?
scale. Lip trill. This is lip trill. It's very, very easy on your vocal cords. Yeah, that's it. Do a lip trill.
Okay.
And like increase the range of a lip trill, increase. Thoda go lower and higher. And then do a simple... Everybody should download a Perfect Piano app.
Okay.
Play one key and then sing da 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 da. Yeah, exactly. So that, yeah.
Nice.
Always warm up. Never underestimate the power of a warm up, because even if you have the technique and you're not warmed up, you won't be able to do it.
Before
It's a must.
any time before
Before
a
singing,
performance,
yeah.
before
Before a
singing,
performance, before a recording, before anything. Warm up.
Nice. If music was not like vanished from the face of the earth tomorrow, what would Medha do?
I would run an animal shelter.
Amazing.
I have a ready answer. I just want to spend all my day with animals.
Amazing.
Or I'd be like a forest conservationist or some sort of like nature related. Yeah, beach cleanup drive leader.
Wow.
So, yeah, that's what I would do.
Man, this conversation has been amazing.
Yeah,
I can go on and on. Like, I don't want to stop.
It's really
Like,
easy. Yeah, it's really easy to talk to you. Yeah.
So yeah, thank you so much for being here. It's
you for
been
having me.
absolute pleasure to have you here. And you had to come all the way. I wish you all the best for all the future shows
Thank you so
that are
much.
there. Guys, please go watch, attend her Strangers Choir. My wife attended it and she was like, she really loved it. Like, full day I was just listening about it, what she did, what she did next, what she did that.
So sweet.
So,
oh my god.
Yeah, also
Yeah,
thank
you
you.
should come, everyone. Yeah.
Thank you so much for sharing your energy, your honesty, your, secrets, little sauce, And if anybody wants to get in touch with you about Strangers Choir or generally for the things, where can they find you?
Instagram. Instagram is the way to get to me. I'm fortunately or unfortunately, always on it. Medha Sahi on Instagram, Strangers Choir Goa on Instagram.
Okay.
Either of those, I read those DM, like every single DM that comes, I am on that. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Amazing.
That's how.
Thank you.
Yeah.
For everyone tuning in, if you are a young artist trying to find your voice, your place in the entire noise, remember what Medha said. Release with no expectations and write from your heart, your gut. Right? This is Malay signing off from Sound Dada. Keep listening, keep creating, and always stay loud where it matters.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Wait.